Hello, hello. So, welcome to the Business Plugs Mixer. And so, we're still talking about grants because now is a new granting period. And so, you're going to see where companies, once they get their books closed for 2020, they're going to start offering new grants. And so, we're talking about grants. Let me put this down somewhere. I can see you, you can see me. We're talking about grants because I want you to start applying for them. And so I am going to give you 5 reasons why you should consider applying for grants. Come on in, come on in, come on in. If you are a business owner, you'll want to share this on your screen with your business friends. You'll also, if you own if your friends are a business, right? If your friends are a business, then you're going to want to share this because right now is the perfect time to get the information about why you should apply for grants, right? So this is five, right? 5 tips on why you should consider. I'm having to type this in, you guys, so you can see it. Applying for grants because this is the season for that, right? So many people are getting grant money. Like I was talking to one of my friends, and she was telling me she lives in Tuscaloosa, Tuscaloosa, I believe. And she was saying that in Tuscaloosa, one of her friends had actually got a grant to do the building, do the build out of the building, and all the furniture inside the building. Like people are actually getting that done. And so, if that is something that you are interested in, then you should apply for it. And so that's what this is about. This is about 5 reasons, and I call it tips in my typing, but it's 5 reasons why you should consider applying for grants. Like you really should consider that. So come on in, share this on your page, especially if you're a business and you have business friends who could use grant money. Like, could you use a few extra dollars to help you get through this COVID thing? Is that important to you? And would it be important to your friends? And so that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about grant dollars. We're talking about trying to get to the money. Hey, Rod, how are you, Doc? Thanks for Rod. I call him Rod. His name is Roderick, but we call him Rod because I've known him forever. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. But this is 5 tips on why you should apply for grants, and you should really consider doing that now. Hey, Jairus, how are you? So thank guys for joining me. So it's going to be the guys' night tonight. I love it. I love it. I love it. My young men out there that's working all around the world to make life better for other people. I applaud you because guys, when I go to high school, I go back to my old high school, and the guys there tell me there's not enough men that come to visit us. And so to see men out here doing what it takes to encourage these young people, I love it. I love it. You guys have my heart. You really do. And so this is going to be good for you. Hey, Rhonda, how are you, Doc? Thanks for joining. Thanks so much for joining. But I want to help you learn how to get grants. Like that's what I do is I help business owners just like you, and not even business owners because it also applies to community people. Like if you have your college or your frat or your sorrows or your church, or if you're out here in the streets doing community work, wouldn't it help if you had another $1,000? Like would that help you at all? If you got $500, would that help you at all? There are organizations that give money away every single month. Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to you, Ra Ra. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, but there are companies out here like the Walmarts and the corporations that are giving like $500 to $5,000 out here. How much would that help you in doing what you want to do to help your community? What would that mean to you? Like if you could go in and apply for a grant and get it, what would that mean to you? I can tell you. So I won the Facebook small business grant, $2,500. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I was one of the people that they gave $2,500 to. And it helps. I mean, right about now, when coaching is going kind of slow because people are so afraid of what's going to happen next, they're not really paying for coaching. Like they want to get coached, but they don't want to pay for it. So right about now is the optimal time. The ultimate time for you to start applying for grants and get all this corporation money like from Target and all these other places out here that once they settle their books, they're gonna start back giving out grant money to help businesses who want to be social entrepreneurs, to help nonprofits, to help, and that's the thing. So on Tuesday, so all of this is leading to something, right? So all of this is leading to something. So on Tuesday at 6 o'clock Eastern, I'm doing a master class. I'm doing a master class. Okay, so what I normally do is I do a session where I teach you how to apply for grants. Then I do another session where I teach you who has the grants, right? Because one is no good without the other. Because just teaching you how to apply for grants is good, but okay, where do you go apply? So you need that part. Or if you know where to apply, then okay, so how do I become successful in getting grants? So the master class has combined both of those sessions. And in addition to that, we're going to work out a 3 month calendar, a 3 month calendar. Oh, you can't hear me? Okay, well, let me turn my volume up because I want you guys to be able to hear me. Thank you. So my volume is up. My volume is up. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, but what I want to do is I want to help you. Absolutely, absolutely, Jacob. Because the thing about it is, so the tax law says that foundations and organizations should give away 5% of their revenue, right? 5%. And so what they do is, I don't care where you live, there are community foundations. Great, Rhonda. Thank you. I don't care where you're living. There's a community foundations in your community near some big city, right? So that's all the people who have like foundations or whatever. They come together. Great, great. Thanks, Karen. Thanks. They come together and they will pool together and they'll give you, like, if you don't have a 501c3, they'll help you out with that. If you are needing grants, they'll help you out with that. If you are needing somebody to go under, like a umbrella, right? Fiscal sponsorship. And I talked about this in great detail in my class, like the master class. I give you, it's 3 hours, guys. It's 3 hours of me pouring into you to help you to give to get grants, doing what you already doing, doing what you already plan on doing. Like, this is not me teaching you something that, okay, I'm gonna teach you this and you have to go out in the world and do these things. No, this is, I'm teaching you how to get the grant money you need in order to do things you're already serving in your community. You're already, if you're a business owner, that's a service, right? If you're a business owner, that is indeed a service. So this is to help you. This is 5 reasons. It says tips. Don't pay the tips on mine. This is 5 reasons why you should consider applying for grants in this new year. Like, happy new year. Grant funding for all types of businesses. It doesn't matter what your business is. Like, if you're a for-profit, it applies. If you're a nonprofit, it applies. If it's your sorrows and your frat brothers, you it applies. If it's your church and you're doing like youth work, it applies. Like, it applies to anyone who is serving up service out here in the streets for their communities. And so that's what it's about on Tuesday at 6 o'clock Eastern time. I'm going to do a master class. But let's go through the reasons why you should consider doing grants, applying for grants. The number one reason is grants offer an opportunity for you to bring new funding into your business that you don't have to pay back. Like, if that's not a reason, like, you don't have to pay back. This is money that you get doing what you already do. Like, Facebook didn't ask me, okay, I want to give you $2,500. So what are you going to do with it? I told them what I was going to do with it. And I did exactly what I told them I was going to do with it. And so, but they didn't say, okay, Are you running a business? What are you doing? Like they ask for things like tax records and your license to make sure you're legit. And this is not for the hustlers. So you hustlers, that's going to be a whole nother thing. This is not for the hustlers. This is for uh, the legitimately registered businesses out here who are doing social entrepreneurship, right? You're out here creating programs and helping kids. You're tutoring these parents on this virtual learning. You're telling these kids how to up their grades. You're spending time with the kids online and doing different things. You're teaching them how to cook. You're teaching them how to clean. You're teaching them how to study. You're tutoring. You're doing all these different things in your business to make our community as a whole better. And so, why not give a few extra dollars that can help you to expand your reach or to help you to build out a program or to help you to get supplies? You know, if you, especially if you're working with young people, that can be expensive because you have to redo the supplies. You have to buy supplies because a lot of times they don't have the funding or the access to get supplies. So then you have to come with the supplies. So just understanding that. So the number one thing is to get non-debt funding in your business. The number two thing is grant funds will allow you to expand your program and or create new programs to serve your existing or an additional target audience. Like it expands your reach. So let's say you're doing fine. Let's say you have figured out a way to create revenue. And so you really, you're not hurting, you're doing good. But but what about if you could increase your capacity? What about getting a capacity grant where you can increase your capacity? Is that not worth it? Like for free, debt free. Like this is money you don't have to pay back, and you could actually expand your program and reach more people of your target audience. Would that not be worth it? Another thing is the process of collecting data on and reviewing areas of need, reviewing resources, establishing goals, and then creating responsive action plan is likely to be beneficial to your organization, right? Absolutely, Dion. I understand. And here's the thing. So in COVID, there's a need for so many programs. Some of the grantors that normally will require you to be in business for like 2 years, 3 years, whatever, they're waiving that right now because there's a need. There's a need for us to serve the community. There are so many needs that a lot of the grantors aren't requiring that you have 2, 3, 4 years of experience. What they want you to have is a good business plan, though. They want your business plan to have sense, to make sense. They want your numbers to be correct. They don't want any guesstimations. They want to make sure that you've done your due diligence in doing your research in order to get the grant money. So your budget has to make sense. You have to tell them what you're going to do with the money. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So there's a way of getting money, even if you're a new business. Like, yeah. So I've seen new business owners. In fact, one of the grantors that I ran across was actually giving seed money, $1,000 of seed money to new businesses that were under 3 years old. So they're waiving it because there's such a need, guys, for the services and products that you're putting out here in the universe. There's such a need, but people are afraid for whatever reason to apply for grants. So what number three was about the process of collecting data and all that long spiel, basically going through the process of getting a grant, you actually find gaps in your business, right? You find gaps in your business that you need to plug in anyway. So even going through the process of preparing for a grant is beneficial to you. Like it's helping you get set up, structured correctly so that you can become fundable. And that's what we talk about in the class on Tuesday. We talk about how to make you fundable. Like not only do I teach this stuff, I actually write grants for people. Like I'm working with a few organizations right now where I'm helping them to tell their brand story. Can you tell the story about your business? How did your business come to be? And then do you have credible people as your leadership? Like, what does your board looks like? A lot of times we want to put our best friends or our family. So I give my business owners permission to tell their family and friends that Miss Linda is my business coach, and Miss Linda said Pookie can't be on the board because Pookie may not have the skill set that it takes for the position you put him in. That's your cousin. I get it. That's your family. I get it. Your best friend grew up together. I have heard it all. But this is real stuff. Yeah, this is for all types of businesses. Absolutely, for all types of business. Because if you are in business, you're doing a service. And a lot of times, like I have clients who are hair care people. They produce wigs or hair products or skin products or a hundred other things, right? And so being a business coach, I have the gamut. Like they're cooking chicken, they're doing hair, they're doing everything. My business owners, they're out here in the world doing all kind of things. They're creating spas, they're opening up stores, they're doing all kind of things. And what I tell them about grants, like there are business grants that are given just because you're a business owner. And then there are other grants that are assigned to a cause. Like let's say my hair care people, I teach them about what about you create a program where you're teaching teen girls how to take care of their hair. Like hair care is huge, right? Absolutely. Metal mouth is fine. I agree. We do that. We do that. Hey, but there is help out there. But let me tell you something. So, what I get, the number one question I get all the time, is Miss Linda, is there a grant out there that's going to help me start my business? Now, let me just tell you that one. That is my number one question I get all the time. And let me just tell you. So, the way grants work is you build your business and then you apply for grants. You don't find grants and then build your business to match the grant, right? Because what you want to do is you want to get in the lane that you're supposed to be in, the lane you've already been working in. Most times I have business owners who are already out here doing the work, right? Years of work. So this is where your volunteer work, where you went to church and they give you those certificates of participation or appreciation or whatever, and we throw them in the corner. Well, you can actually get credit for them now. You can actually get credit for them now. I tell my business owner, go ahead and pull those things out of the drawer. Hopefully you didn't throw them away. But you get credit for the volunteerism that you've been doing for years. Like you get to count that. That's work toward a common goal. So understanding what the different nuances are for applying for grants and then understanding who's getting the grants. And we actually go in and we actually look at the grant process. So not only am I teaching you what to do, I'm teaching you where to go to do it. So that's why it's a master class, because it's not just one-sided. Like I do the classes, I do one that is one side, I'm teaching you how to do it. And then I teach you another class that is where they are. But in this one, this is a grant master class because I want your 2021 to be fabulous. And so I am teaching you on Tuesday at 6 o'clock Eastern how to get grants. And guess what? If you go get your ticket like right now, like there's a link in this video. If you go get your ticket right now, you get it for half price. Like until 12 o'clock tonight, I am selling the tickets for half price. Tomorrow, the ticket prices go right back up. Yeah. So if you get it today, then you're going to do good. You're going to do real good. But if you wait until tomorrow, if you wait until after midnight, yeah, it's going to be the regular price. And the regular price is $99.99. Yeah. But think about that. I don't want you to have sticker shock because what I'm teaching you is going to help you get thousands. There's a return on investment. Like none, go to Google and Google LSMB Business Solutions, my company. Go to Google and Google LSMB Business Solutions and look at the reviews. I have 55 of them out there. I have one four, and the other 54 are 5-star reviews. Like the people who've taken this class and who are out there trying to get grants and understanding what granting is about love the master class. Like they love the separate classes too. But go out there and look. I did not put any of that out there. Those are honest reviews. I only ask for honest reviews. I don't want anybody to put anything out there that's not true because I want you to understand what I'm doing to help. This is my way of helping the community, right? I'm taking this few hundreds of dollars, like to coach with me is much higher. And so I'm taking and offering a group of people answering your questions, showing you where the grant money is, showing you how to get the grant money, which is most important. They go hand in hand. And then I'm walking you through, and we're actually going through specifically those in the room. So it's not like I am creating a class and it's a generic class and it's only for those who um, generic. It's not generic. If you're in the room, we find when you leave the room, you actually know where to go to look. Like and then I'm giving you a cheat sheet, right? You get a cheat sheet and a workbook. So the workbook is to help you expand your mind while you're trying to answer some of the questions. But the cheat sheet you can actually use while you're writing because I don't want you to forget it. I don't want you to forget it. And so, yeah, so there are things we talk about everything because I've been doing this as a business for 7 years, but I've been doing it as life since 1999. I was a secretary for the New Jefferson Heights Community Development Corporation. And we took eight dilapidated houses and we had them renovated. And today they're valued right at 1.5 million. Like in that neighborhood where those houses are, you can't buy a house under 300,000. You just can't. Like the neighborhood got regentrified. I still go to church over there. And so the houses that my first nonprofit experience where I was secretary from 1997, 98 till 2003. I'm giving you that experience. We, in that group, we actually did the houses, which were $294,000 grant that we received. And the way it worked, it was a 20-year mortgage. And after 20 years, they forgave the rest of the grant. Um, we did that. We did an adult computer literacy program because back in this is 1999 when people were afraid. They thought you had to be really smart to use computers, and so they wouldn't get on. They wouldn't try to get on computers because they thought it was for smart people. But we all know now we have phones and computers, and we know that they're not. You don't have to be a genius to get on a computer now. And so we were hosting computer literacy classes for adults down in the basement of my church. Got computers from a company, and we'll talk about that in detail in the session. And then also, the third thing we did is we created the summer enrichment program. And so the summer enrichment program was about three we learned that kids from age 12 to age 15 in the summertime, they got in trouble. Those little boogers, they got in trouble and the juvenile crime was going up. And so we partnered with four other agencies and we hired some kids between those age groups to give them something positive to do because them not, they were too old to go to daycare and too young to get employment. And so while mom's at work trying to bring food home, these little boogers were out town city. So we created the summer enrichment program. And guess what? We did all of that without any upfront money. Like the houses, no upfront money. The adult literacy, no upfront money. The summer enrichment program, no upfront money. And that's what I want to teach you how to do. That's what I want. If you are a business owner, I want to teach you how to do that. I want to teach you because it's out there. Absolutely. Teamwork. Jacob, tell it. Absolutely. Because the thing about it is collaborations. Like grantors love collaborations because they, in funding us, actually were helping five agencies. Like they were knocking out five agencies who all had 1 day a week to serve the public, 1 day a week to work with those kids. And I want to say we had about, I think it was about 20. It may have been 30, but I'm saying it was about 20. I want to think it's about 20 kids that we had. It was a small group of kids, but we did things like have them mentor the daycare centers. We had them kids doing everything. And they were learning things. They were job shadowing. They were learning ethics. Like, we partnered with the Urban League. I live in Chattanooga, so we partnered with the city of Chattanooga, those kind of things. So that's another reason why you should get grants and you should be doing collaborations. So let me go to number 4. So number 4 is applying for grants provides a great reason to reach out to other organizations and initiatives in your area with similar goals or that are serving similar populations. Like I told you, we collaborated with four other agencies, and we were able to do this thing that really helped some kids who would have been running wild. Like, we wanted to get the at-risk kids, get them in the house, the ones that the leaders of these little groups that go out here and do things that they shouldn't. We want to show them a different way. And so by exposing them to different organizations, by giving them different life experiences, I would probably think, and some of them I know as grown people, they're not in crime and stuff. I mean, it made a positive difference on them when we poured into them. I am very sure. Like, some of those kids I'm still mentoring in their 40s, and now they have their kids calling me about things. So yeah, so we did that, but that's another reason. And the fifth reason, so I've given you five reasons, and I'll go back through them. The fifth reason is, why not? Why would you not want to get debt free money? Like, why would you not want to do that for your business, for your organization? Why would you not? I don't know why you wouldn't. I think it's a great opportunity for you to get some funding, and especially if you're needing funding. So let's go back through it. So the number one reason was because grants give you the opportunity to bring in new funding that does not need to be paid back. Like, as long as you do the work, as long as you do what they tell you, if you write a grant proposal that you're going to do something, as long as you do it, then you're good. You don't have to worry with it. Secondly, grant funding will allow you to expand your program and or create new programs to serve your existing or an additional target audience. So you can expand your reach. You can expand your reach. That's number two. Number three, the process of collecting data on or reviewing areas of need, reviewing resources, establishing goals, and then creating a responsive action plan is likely to benefit your organization. Like, it's going to be beneficial to you to even go through the process, whether you get a grant or not. Your business is going to become fundable. Like, getting your ducks in a row so you can be more efficient, so that you can work better. Like, getting all the manual processes out of the way and automating some things, getting systems in place, understanding if you are structured right for the best structure for you, like using resources. That's what you want. You want your business to operate efficiently. And so going through the whole granting process is enough to help you to get your business in order. So if you never receive a grant, getting that right there is going to make you where you add money, revenue to your bottom line. Like, if you can run efficiently, that's going to be great, because what I find is a lot of business owners who don't have business acumen just want to sell something. Like, they don't understand structure, they don't understand systems, they don't understand marketing versus sales. Like, they are out here thinking, if I have 5,000 followers, then that means I should have sales. But no. So we talk about marketing plans, and we talk about sales plans, and we talk about all that other stuff that's going to help your business become efficient. And also, distribution channels. How do you get the stuff out there? Absolutely, Jacob. Getting the business out there. How do you get your brand, what you're producing, the most efficient way to your customers, the people you're serving? How can you put those controls in place? So we talk about that. Then we also talk about customer service, right? Because everybody knows that it's cheaper to create customer journeys as opposed to one and done. Like, if you only have a one and done model, you're going to be chasing customers from now on. When I talk to you next year, you'll still be chasing customers. So we talk about how to create customer journeys so that you're not doing the one and done, and you're attracting the right target audience. Like, they know you're out here because your audience is out here looking for you, but you have to make a certain type of noise. And I think it was Perry Marshall in his book about 80/20, talk about racking the shotgun, where people know what you're doing. The people who understand racking the shotgun, if they hear that click, they know to look because there's a gun out there, right? But that's the same thing about marketing. If you rack the marketing right, the people out here who are looking for your services, your products, they hear you. And so they come running. So it's not chasing customers down, it's actually acquiring customers. They call it customer acquisition. That you acquire customers, and they know that you're doing these things, and they come to you. Absolutely. We're doing customer journeys over here. That one and done stuff, that is very expensive. and it's waste. It's waste because you're always peddling, always having to do ads, always having to do this, always having to do that. So we talk about creating customer journeys in your business, regardless of what business you're doing. So it's a whole thing. That's why they call me the business plug, because I plug you into resources that will help you to confidently add technology and the best business practice to your business model. That's how I got that name. Like my student actually named my student and Paul Brunson together gave me the name of the business plug. And so I've been the business plug now since 2017. And I'm still plugging in as many people as I can. So you can click the link and get the half price ticket to Tuesday's training session. It's 3 hours of goodness. It's 3 hours of me pouring into you and to help you to build out your grants so that you can get the funding you need to do the service that you want to do. My name is Linda Murray Bullock. They call me the business plug. And today I am plugging you into why are you not applying for grants? Why are you not applying for grants? I hope to see you on Tuesday. I will see you right here next Sunday on the Business Plugs Mixer. I'm going to start having guests again. So I gave my guests a break and I just been pouring into you about grants because I think it's needed. But I want to make sure. Oh, also, we're going to talk about your action, your annual plan. So a part of this master class that I haven't put in the previous ones is we're going to actually do a calendar to help you get your master plan together for 2021. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about every 3 months, 90 days, you're going to have a plan in place and you'll know how to work it. We're going to talk about that too. So I'll see you guys next Sunday. Thank you so much. If you're watching this in the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay so I'll know that you've seen it. If you have any questions that you haven't asked, go ahead and put your questions and I'll get back with you. Again, my name is Linda Murray Bullock. They call me the business plug. Thank you all. I'll see you next Sunday here on LinkedIn and on Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a great week, you guys. Talk to you soon.